hard to see him in a hospital room like this, barely hanging on.
You two must be really good friends.
He's the one that probably did this to him.
So it is a compelling theory because there do seem to be some signs of this, but I don't know if I would like this twist. Some people are speculating that Hudson was the one that stabbed Gary, and he's trying to put the blame on, Andy or anybody else, because kind of like Tamara in the promo for this week's episode, claiming that Hayden's motivation was an age-old motivation, revenge due to jealousy. But one could argue Hudson could be in the same position of why he'd be the stabber if he had feelings for Gary that went beyond, I guess you could say, lackey / henchman, and then the person in charge. I don't know. Some people are, and if you look at the doctor, his reaction to Hudson's, emotional outburst about Gary being in the hospital, you two must be close. It's just hard for me to see him in the hospital like this. Is he, feeling Gary in a way that Gary it doesn't reciprocate? Like, dude is a whack job, but I don't think Gary's ever displayed tendencies that would have anybody guessing that he was into, any gender other than women. I don't really see it, but it is possible. I mean, this is a Tyler Perry show. We've had weirder twists before. Look at Bryson Zatima and the fact that he's a swinger, and he tried to make a move on Zach. So is Hudson in the same position with Gary? I have no earthly idea, but we do know he's going to be very protective of Gary in the hospital. And my theory of somebody trying to finish the job while Gary's recuperating, because isn't there that one scene in the trailer where a person seems to be walking in what looks to be a hospital hallway with some sort of syringe or needle? This could be their way of finishing the job. And Hudson, who might just be at the hospital watching over Gary this entire time, will jump into action in order to save his man. I mean, his boss, his friend. I don't know. Like I said, this whole thing could be in regard to he didn't want to see Andy marry his man, so he's decided to stab him, because we don't know where Hudson went. If I remember correctly, didn't he say he was going to get Gary when Danny and the others refused to leave, and he just walked off? So maybe that's it. It could go back to the theory of, my theory of, hey, whoever stabbed Gary, it must have been in a situation where he was completely off guard, because the room he was in didn't seem to have any signs of a struggle or altercation. It's almost like Gary was just chilling. Somebody came in, they must have been chatting it up, and boom, he got stabbed. So it could have been Hudson, but I don't know. So then he could have just mosey on back to the altar after the girls and Jordan left, and he was just standing there with Andy waiting on Gary, and that was it. So we'll just have to wait and see. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I will catch you all in the next video.